Hello everybody, welcome back to MTG Dungeon. Today's match is Affinity versus Humans. Here with our guest commentator, Ben.
Hi.
So, have you guys ever decided who goes first?
I think we have, yes.
It looks like Affinity's going first, alright.
That's pretty good for Affinity.
Yeah.
That's what they want. Alright, so a nice start with 4 permanents in turn 1. I mean, it's not 7 permanents, but we'll let it slide this time.
Alright. And then there's Humans with,
2 measly permanents. I'm a little jealous at this point, I'm not going to lie. I'm considering conceding at this point. Because, he's at least double my board presence.
So almost triple.
Jerk.
Where's that Mem Knight? Just to really rub it in.
Yeah, I need to draw my Mem Knight.
Or the second land.
What's that? Yeah, that's Aether Vial's basically a land. It's fine.
You are not wrong.
So, missed my land drop. Thinking what the best outcome for me is, and I think that it's just being as efficient as possible, and I think Aether Vial is right where it's at.
I would agree as well.
But at this point, I'm debating all the options. Kite Self Rebooter for information, but I think there's a Thalia's Lieutenant in my hand as well.
Looks like that as well.
But I decide on that. Seems great. Good job, me.
Affinity player got the second land.
He's trying to bluff it. He doesn't have. Oh no.
No, I think he's debating whether or not you have a Path to Exile in your deck.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I am posting white mana.
Yes, you are posting white mana. So I think it's one of those like, how much do I want to commit to the board? You have a possible path.
Against Humans, the answer is almost always commit to the board.
Yeah. Hey, second land. So I assume off of the Cavern and Ziggurat you name Sliver.
Well, with Ziggurat I don't have to name anything.
Oh, it's true. I guess off Cavern you name Sliver, right?
No. I name Changeling.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It covers all my bases.
Right.
Is that really how it works? That would be amazing.
I don't believe that's how it works because the Changeling isn't actually the creature type. It's actually a...
Okay, so I decided to blank his last turn and add board presence to my side of the field with a beautiful Reflector Mage.
Yes. So what was your... so Affinity puts down a Carino play, and that's always fun. What was your choice between the Archived Ravager and the Master?
What was my choice?
Well, like why did you choose the Master over the Archbound Ravager?
Because leaving the Arcbound... You're targeting the Arcbound Ravager as a 1 power. It's not... It itself is not super scary, but if I did target it, I would put him in the position where he has to either choose to invest what he has now, or potentially lose out on the value of Arcbound Ravager before I get out of hand.
I got you.
So
I do like that top draw of another Reflector Mage, by the way.
Oh, yes. That seems to be the best card in my deck against Affinity.
I think it's the best card deck against most just creature heavy decks.
That's fair.
Like goblins, I guess human mirror matches can actually also matter.
Oh yeah.
Jund, it can matter somewhat because like saying that hey you can't get a Goith back, and that's typically the biggest thing they have on the board to block your guys with. That will trade negatively for you.
Alright, so I targeted the Arcbound Ravager, and his quandary was
whether to sack and go.
Whether to invest with it now or not, and he chose to wait on the return.
I mean, I think it's a pretty good one. So, I guess now the question is with the Aether Vial on 2, you have the Freebooter and you have Thalia's Lieutenant?
Yes, those are the cards that I can instant speed play.
Okay. Man, Freebooter, too bad it says non-creature. It just said non-land card.
It'd be pretty insane.
Yeah.
It's a good thing it doesn't. It'd have to be like rare plus plus. Not that's more than mythic, by the way.
Well, I think Brain Maggot was a 1/1 for a black and one that you get a non-land card.
Yep.
But I guess with the freebooter, you have a 2, and you also have evasion. So yeah, I can understand you have to have some drawback. Looks like Ethereum's coming back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's 2 points short. 8. He's 1 point short of killing you here. If I am mathing correctly.
I believe you are. He's got 6 artifacts in play. And
the pump from Master.
1/+1 from Master of Ethereum, and then the base stats of Vault Scourge, making him an 8 power creature. And I'm debating on whether or not flashing in a Kite Sail freebooter to chump block is worth it at this point, or if just taking the damage and trying to get the value of Thalia's Lieutenant is where I want to be.
I mean, I still think... I think either way you flash in the freebooter if you're looking for the value. But then I guess choosing to block, I guess, would become the question. Because, like, I mean, if you can take a Galvanic Blast away from him, it might change whether you want to block or not. Because then the Galvanic Blast just kills you. Next turn. Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't block, it kills you. If you do block, he just gets it back, and you've stalled the turn, I guess. But you get more information.
Having information is great.
Yes.
I think since I know that this is, we all know that this is coming in for 8, and on the following turn he can attack with more than one flying creature, so he can instant speed move that cranial plating around. And I'll only be able to block one creature. So I
mean, currently he can't. He only has access to 1 colored mana.
Oh, okay.
But I see what you're getting at. Like, if he has an Opal, a second Spring Leaf Drum, or gets Spire of Industry, Glimmer Void, then yeah, that's really bad.
So I'm thinking at this point I don't really have more than this next turn before I'm dead.
So you're going to just try and crack back and win?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter how I play this out at this point. I need to have, like... Well, actually, what I could do is
you could
flash in the freebooter and block to prevent the life loss, and then on the following turn, post up Aether Vial at 3 for the last Reflector Mage.
Yeah. I just realized that as well. I'm sure we'll get comments like, yeah, you should have done this. Like, okay, we see that now.
Yeah. Well, and hindsight's 20/20.
Yep.
So I was definitely thinking I was just dead at this point, and that's why I was doing it the way I was doing it.
Hey, another land.
Yeah, I think if I played the freebooter and blocked, I could have been in a better spot.
I would agree.
Especially with information.
Yeah.
And I would still be able to attack on this turn, which would negate the life gain, and I would still be at 9.
Yeah.
So I play the Chaosic Malcontents
to send a message.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Well, that was still a very interesting game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's still difficult. Like, even if you block the freebooter, you know that Arcbound Raptor is coming down next turn as well, and that's also a problem.
Yes. So that was going to be a tough one to get out of.
Are most lists running Kataki's Royal Wage on the sideboard?
Yes.
Okay.
All of them are. At least a one of.
Okay.
No more than... Pretty much any human in the sideboard is a 2 of, and then or a 1 of. There doesn't seem to be any 3-0s from what I remember when I was doing research on it.
I mean, that seems about right. But the Kataki's war wage is not a human, correct?
Correct. It is, I think, a spirit. I think.
I think it sounds right as well.
It was from a Kamigawa block, right?
Yes.
That would make a lot of sense. It's very flavorful.
See, it's a spirit or a samurai. It's one or the other.
Spirit of samurai. Yes. Kentucky. Alright, so mulling my options. I don't remember what all I do with this matchup.
I mean, I feel that Freebooter isn't. Well, Freebooter does say a non-creature, right?
Yeah, non-creature, non-land.
So I mean, so you can grab artifacts, but like most of the artifacts that you care about will come down early, like Mox Opal, Springleaf Drum. So I think Freebooter is an easy one to take out, because I guess you're hoping to hit Galvanic Blast.
Yes, that I am. Well, it looks like I agree. I'm at least shaving the numbers of freebooters in my deck. I still like the card because it blocks Signal Pest, it blocks any man land that he's going to hit me with, it blocks Vault Scourge. So it still has the ability to get rid of some stuff that I care about in combat. But I don't need to see it.
No. I think you definitely want to see the Katakis. Mm-hmm. If you can get Katakis turn 2, you're pretty happy. I see Affinity's bringing in Blood Moons, which against you I think is very effective because your land base is 4 Ziggurat, 4 Cavernous Souls.
I run a Plains.
Well, that's 1 Plains.
1 Plains, and everything else is affected by Blood Moon.
Right, so that's a 1 Plains and then what, 4...
So 4 Ziggurat, 4 Unknown Territory, 4 Cavernous Souls, 4 Horizon Canopy, 2 Seachrome Coasts, a Plains, and then... Is that 16, 17, 18, 19? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I did forget about the unclaimed territory. The poor man's Cavern of Souls.
Yeah, poor man, $5 a piece, uncommon. Go get them.
Yeah, well, you don't. It's like pay the $5 for that and just lose the counter clause, or pay what, $80 to get the counter clause?
See, that's how powerful blue is. It costs $80 to play against it.
I mean, that seems fair.
See, it's that in its own is it so speaks to what blue is. It's all about trickery and manipulation
and just telling your opponent no.
Telling your opponent no. And it's so good at doing it. It does it outside of the game by affecting your wallet.
You want to beat me? Pay extra.
Exactly.
So you're telling me his Magic is a pay to win?
Yeah, absolutely. Pay to win.
Magic the Gathering Battlefront 2 edition. Well, on the bright side, at least in Game 2, you are going first.
Sweet. I like going first.
That gives you a slight advantage over Affinity.
Yeah, I think so. So, I forget what all he brings in. Like, it was a Blood Moon.
Blood Moon and Whip Flares. I believe what we saw him bring in. I know he probably shaved a copy of Memnite. I'm not sure what else he would shave.
I know that he shaved 1 Signal Pest.
And 1 Signal Pest.
We discussed it afterwards. And I remember 1 Signal Pest, 1 Memnite.
And it's probably something else.
No, he just has 61 cards now.
Oh, okay. Wouldn't surprise me. By the way, if you haven't already guessed, Ben is piloting the Humans deck.
Yep. Alright, so what am I looking at?
That looks like a pretty good hand. Oh no, there's only 1 land and no... Nope, there's a hike. Okay. No, that looks a pretty good hand then.
Is that 2 land?
Yes, that's Horizon Canopy.
Yes, it is. See, hand's perfect. It's exactly what I want. 2 lands and a noble, and then gas.
Yeah, I was like Reflector Mage, Phantasmal Image. That was also even decent.
Alright, get in there for 4. That's probably one of my favorite cards in the deck. Right there. Mantis Rider.
Back in the days of Jeskai aggro and then 4-colored Khans, Siege Rhino, fun stuff.
Get swarmed by rhinos and manti.
Right.
Mantis Mantizes.
The Mantizers carry the siege rounds into battle.
Do the siege rhinos get carried on its back, or do the Mantis carry it? It's a rhino on top or on bottom of the mantis. How large is this mantis?
It's however big you want it to be.
I want it to be at least 9'9".
Oh God.
Okay, so I commit to the board a Thalia and a Noble and pass. So I'm developing my position, and he is doing the same. Getting in there for affinity things.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he. I mean, like, was it? Okay, so I was a little surprised he didn't activate the manland for the poison, but now that he is still overseer, now I understand why. Oh, look at you, top draw more land.
I mean, yeah, that's how you play the game. Keep good hands and draw well.
Yeah. So obviously you're going to target the Ornithopter with... Oh, man, I think that was the worst choice.
That's a weird-looking Ornithopter.
Right, I think that was definitely the worst choice. Should have been Ornithopter.
Yeah. Well, you know. I'm a scrub.
That is a Thalia's Lieutenant, though.
Alright, so Thalia's Lieutenant is... When it comes into play, it gives all other humans you control +1/+1 counter, and whenever another human comes into play, put a +1/+1 counter on Thalia's Lieutenant.
Yes. Which... Also, I like your very flavorful board that Thalia's on the board, and so is her lieutenant.
Mm-hmm. Yep, giving the Guardian all of the direction.
Also, attacking with a 5 power Thalia always does feel good. Like, here's a 5 power first strike.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we know he has an Overseer in hand, but he can't play it.
I wonder why.
I think he's just too scared.
You just play more banned cards. That's what you do. You look for cards that were banned in Standard and play them in Modern. They're great. That's how that works, right?
So what you're saying is I should definitely run the 5-drop free cast 5 energy.
Mm-hmm. No question.
Okay. So what I'm also hearing is a 2 with Nature is just broken.
Yeah, I play it in Modern.
I think in that deck you probably would. Yeah. It looks like at this point we're just having a good old fashioned damage race.
Yeah, and I like my position here.
I do too, because you Phantasm Image that I assume is going to be copying and a Mantis Rider. Okay.
Okay, so now I've got an interesting choice. I can either pump the team again or Mantis Rider, and I have this Edge Champion that's at the top or to worry about now.
Right. I feel like you want to be aggressive and just do the Mantis Rider on this turn.
Looks like I agree.
All right. Just because you're gonna be able to swing for 3.
I'm thinking about my attacks here.
Yeah.
The S Champion has pro colors, so if I attacked with the Thalia, it would die in combat.
Yes.
And I think.
Yes.
And then I decided to take it back, and then I looked at the Reflector Mage, like, it's just going to bounce off the Edge Champion. I'm going to lose my Exalted triggers.
Yes. And so I was going to say, I think attacking with just the 1 and getting the 2 extra power that's going to guarantee you get through, I think was definitely the correct play.
And now everything's up to block those creatures that they can't jump to block.
Well, I mean, 1 can, but...
Yeah.
And I mean, if you can blow up enough artifacts, then you can block the Edge Champion.
I don't do that. I'm not about that life. There are some human lists that do run the ability to do that. There's a something Renegade. It's a green-red creature. 1 and a green and a red. 3/2 human. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact. Uncommon from Lara Reborn, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like a short block one.
So some lists are into that.
Yeah.
I decided I have the ability to do it, but I'm not sure if I want to.
I think the Katakis is just better. I think if you didn't have Katakis, I would definitely say I think that'd be a good choice. But because you do have the Katakis War Wage, I think that's definitely the better choice.
I could do them all.
Oh, and the top draws are real. It's another Mantis Rider.
So the card's good.
Yeah, and then you trigger your lieutenant. So now, I say copy reflector mage, steel overseer. Oh, I mean, you can feel the pain from the affinity player.
I drink my affinity player's tears for breakfast. That's how I fuel myself for my next match.
Seems like a good plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how you do it.
So he has 4 blockers, and you can have 5 attackers. He has 5 blockers, I guess, technically, because he has the mana and he can activate. So that seems like a pretty good swing from you.
I'm okay with it.
So 6. I think the lieutenant has 3 counters on it. 1, 2. You should have 3 counters on it because of the mantis, the copy reflector mage, and then.
And the second, it was 2 mantis.
Yeah, 2 mantis. Yeah. So I mean that means he's taking 9. Oh, he's still saving blocks here. Okay. Because reflector mage is
it's a 3/4.
3/4. So yeah. So then he's gonna be going down to 3.
So
can he kill you on a crackback? I guess
he has to have a cranial plating or an arcbound Ravager. I think I died at either of those cards.
It depends on how he blocks, right? So he has 1, 2. If he blocks as it is, he'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He'd still be a point short if he gets an arcbound Ravager. No,
1, 2,
he'd have exactly
3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 artifacts in play he can sacrifice with Arcbound Ravager, and then Arcbound Ravager itself
would make the number 7.
Would make
The
7,
7.
and
Yeah.
that would be 9. And then if he does it right, he can attack with the Signal Pest with the Edge Champion to get the 10th point of damage.
Okay, so I got you. So yeah. Which would he has a dark steel in hand as well. So I mean, so at that point, cranial plane or arcbound would definitely get him there, even if he blocks with an additional creature. And this game actually has very difficult attack and block choices.
Yeah, for sure. See, evasion's key. Pro colors versus flying.
Yeah.
And my flying's just bigger than his. At the moment.
At the moment, I was like, we've seen matches where Steel Overseer is like, hey,
what's up?
Here's my 5/5 Sickle Pest. How do you like this? 5/6 Sickle Pest, I guess. But yeah.
I don't think you bother to block the Mantis Riders. I'm tapped out.
Yeah.
You just take the damage and you play as though you have 1 turn to actually kill me. Because you're losing an Inkmoth Nexus and you have to keep Edge Champion up to block on my next attack. And at that point, you're losing board presence.
Yeah.
So your outs become less effective.
So that's how he clears blocks. He's gonna pump the infect one to bring your reflector mage down in power, and he's going to be taking 6.
I roll out a different die to represent the fact that it's a -1/-1 counter.
I think that's a pretty good way to do it.
Yeah. And if you can see it, those dice that I have, the wooden ones, the 1 symbol is like an S. I don't know what it's from, but they were wood dice, and I thought they were cool, so I picked them up.
All right, so looks like top draws another lands. Looks like we're going to game 3.
All right.
Where Affinity will be on the play.
Scary. I remember the feeling I had when he decided to scoop. I'm like, I wasn't actually sure if I had lethal or not, or if I was going to win.
Well, the problem is that your stuff is bigger, so the next turn he's forced to jump block a bunch, and then turn after that, then he just loses because he no longer has the jump blockers. Even playing the Steel Overseer and trying to get that champion through, it doesn't work out. So see if Affinity can put more than 4 permanents on the board turn 1.
Oh, that seems to be the going rate. 4 permanents beats humans, right? That's what happens on
So let's see.
turn or game 1.
So he wants land. So like Darksteel Citadel, Mox Opal, Springleaf Drum, Memnite into a Vault Scourge.
Does he? That's what he wants?
I think so. Then, because then like turn 2, you go Cranial Plating, equip, start swinging.
Draw it off the top.
Or have it in your hand. Either one works.
Nope. Draw it off the top.
So what I'm hearing is be a Scapeshifter Tron player.
Yes. Yes.
That was still just one of the best moments to have on that camera. It's like, well, Mike's dead. Let's see draws escape. There it is.
On a previous tournament, I played against Sam, and so it was this match. But at the time, I didn't have 3 meddling mages. I had 1.
Ooh.
Deck's still good.
I mean, it is, but
yeah. He kept a hand with like what? He kept a fishy hand. It was a mulligan, but he ended up winning that game because he ripped 2 more cranial platings off the top of his deck. So he had. I had like lethal presented for next turn. It's like, okay, pass. Did I lose? I ask him, and he draws a card, and it's like, let's do some math really quick. I'm at 14. I'm like, really? Dang it. Because at this point, I've posted up for... Oh, no, I was playing Eldrazi Tron. That's what I was playing. Anyway, my board was crazy good. I was set up with everything I could possibly want, like a Ratchet Bomb, Chalice on 1, Endbringer untapped. I was ready to go. I had Summoning Sickness, but it was untapped. Yeah. And he has Vault Scourge with 2 cranial platings equipped already, and it's like 9 or 10 points of damage at the time. Mm-hmm. And then he draws another one. It's like, play it and equip and attack you for like 18. If you didn't have exactly 3 cranial platings, you were not winning that game. Which is a crazy statement in its own.
Yeah. Like you hear 3 cranial. Oh God! So how did you lose? I lost pretty hard.
Yeah. It's like it was required, or you were not winning that game. But it was a fun game still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like land, double hierarch, double phantasmal image, reflector mage, double reflector mage maybe.
Double, yeah, Ziggurat, double reflector mage, Thalia's lieutenant.
Oh my God, that's a pretty good starting hand against a creature deck.
Yeah. Yes. 3 permanents. It's not enough.
Boo.
It's not enough. All right, so he
Oh.
decides to hit the mana accelerator, which is very reasonable.
Especially in a human style deck.
All right, following up with a very powerful turn 2 play. 5 permanents in play on turn 2. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And top draw on the land. That seems pretty good as well.
Mm-hmm. Commit.
Yeah.
Ramp it up.
All right. So ask, do you have another one, sir?
Yeah, that's fine. I think I saw it. It was
another Memnite.
Yeah, there it is. That's our Ground Ravager in his hand. Yeah. There it is. There's another one.
There's the second one. All right. Well.
So he did have another one.
Yeah, we're off to the races at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on the bright side, like the next few attacks won't be too bad for you. It's like 2 and 3s, and the third. Wow. Okay.
Yay. Get what I need.
Yep. So
so you hit the tap one or the untap one?
I'm pretty sure I just target the untap one just to actually make him have to decide. So, if I'm an Affinity's player shoes, because I have 2 on board, I think I just go ahead and sack it. Sack the first one. That's right, yeah, because then the Arcbound will get the trigger from you sacking it without the modular, so the modular will move over to the other one. I think that's the correct play from the Affinity player, because then you spread it out to where you have to try and kill 2 more.
Basic investing strategy and diversify your portfolio.
Yes. Man, Steel Overseer and a Master in a hand. If you can find a third land, that Master comes down. That's gonna be really
dicey for me.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Steel Overseer is still pretty great, but
looks like he gets you for 1.
All right, get the 5th mana source.
Yep.
So, I think I like leading off with the Phantasmal Image here since he's tapped down.
Yeah.
If he wasn't tapped down, I think I'd want to play the actual Reflector Mage to guarantee the trigger.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that because you might be afraid of the like a Galvanic Blast.
At that point, yeah.
Yeah, because if he targets that one, you can't target that one anymore. That would make sense.
But because he's tapped down,
yeah,
and I don't think he's playing Simian Spirit Guide.
All right. All right. So, he sacks it.
Yep.
And onto the Mem Knight. All right.
So I think his if I remember right, his logic was I think I like if you have another Reflector Mage, I like you having to bounce my little guys.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, yes, do that. I'm okay with attacking into your little guys.
Oh. He almost fell for the trick with the Noble
pointing the finger at me there for a moment. It's like, you almost got me.
Right, like the Noble Hire trigger. Was that a cranial plating?
Yeah.
Oh. But again, he's stuck on 2 mana, so he can't play it and equip at least. So I feel like that does give you an advantage there.
Yeah, I'd say so. All this stuck top.
And that's a Champion of the Paris. That's a pretty good one to draw when you have a Thalia's Lieutenant in hand too.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, I don't think I need to. I've out-tempoed him out of the game pretty hard.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking to really make my board unmanageable.
Yeah. Well, especially when you get double triggers off of a champion when you play a lieutenant, it's always nice.
Yeah. I always have to think about it, but it's almost always the right call to play the champion first and then the lieutenant.
Yes. Because I mean, like, if anything, in worst case scenario, you have a 3/3 blocker.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume the image is copying the lieutenant because you put it next to it.
Yep. That's what I do with my images. I put it either directly behind it or have it. It's like a soul bond.
Yeah.
That way it's
clear of which one is which.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So it looks like you're coming across for 12?
Let's see. 4, 8.
And it's copied Reflector Mage, so 12.
12. Yeah.
Wow. That's a pretty good swing. And, I mean, his 3/3 can't block any of it without dying.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, I don't think he has an out.
I don't think so either. I mean,
his best follow-up play would probably just be land, commit something from his hand to play, and then hope I mess up.
Right. Well, I said the only thing I can see is if you can top draw the infect land with the cranial plating, but that's it. I don't think anything else saves him. Mox Opal definitely does not save him.
No.
Okay, so you can put down a Steel Overseer or a Master. I mean, that gives him 3 blockers. If you put down Steel Overseer, he'll have 4 blockers because then you can have the Mem Knight to block as well.
Unfortunately, I think the best play is just Master of Ethereum to make your board bigger, but it's just not big enough.
Well, I mean, like the Master can block well, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like that is enough.
No.
Yep. All right.
There it is. There's
Sam would also agree. Yep. So, humans in 3, but man,
that was a disgusting game 3 for me.
Yeah.
Can you believe that humans player? My God, just playing off the top of his library, trying to be a Tron player. What a scrub Tron player.
Hey, but he did get everything he needed at the right time.
Yes, it's true.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, remember to do so. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we will be giving away this handy dandy playmat. So if you've already subscribed, tell your friends to subscribe so we can get to that 100 real quick, and then you may be the lucky winner of the playmat. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.